Reproduction in plants and animals. What is reproduction? Reproduction is a fundamental feature of all known life. Each individual organism exists as the result of reproduction. So, reproduction daw po ay isang pangunahing katangian na ang lahat ng nabubuhay na organismo ay bawat isa ay may resulta ng pagpaparami.
Two types of reproduction. Sexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction involves fertilization, the fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. Ang sexual reproduction naman po ay dito nagkakaroon ng fusion yung male tsaka female para makabuo ng zygote. Or in another way is dito nagkakaroon ng sexual activities na kung saan para makabuo ng panibagong anak. Asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction does not involve the fusion of gametes or change in the number of chromosomes. Asexual reproduction naman po ay uri ng reproduction na pagdudugtong o hindi kailangan ng kahit na anong sexual activity ng mga gametes o pagbabago ng bilang ng mga chromosomes.
Reproduction in plants. How do plants reproduce? Plant reproducing is the process of generating new plant individual or offspring. Ang pagpaparami ng halaman ay ang proseso ng paglikha ng mga bagong halaman o supling. To talk about parts of the flower. So, yung parts of the flower is may petal. Ito yung parang mismo, yung bulaklak mismo. Kasi stigma, style, ovary, tsaka ovule. Yun ay yung apat na yun ay isang pistil. Yung stem naman, yung parang lang, yung stick. Then yung sepal, tapos yung dalawang stamen is anther and filament. Yung stem pa is provide support for the leaves, flowers and fruit. Sepal protects developing reproductive structure. Petal can be colorful to attract specific pollinator to the flower. Stamen, male reproductive part, contains two parts which is the anther and filament. Anther produce male sex cells or pollen grains. Filament holds the antler. Carpel or pistil is the female reproductive part, contains three parts which is stigma, style, and ovary. Stigma collects pollen grains. Style supports the stigma and connects it to the ovary. It also assists the process of fertilization. Ovary protects the ovule. Ovule, female gamete or egg cells. Flowers. The organ of sexual reproduction is the flower. Male gametes are found in pollen grains and produced in the antler of the flower. Female gametes are found in ovules and produced in the ovary of the flower. Naman is yung sexual reproduction ng flower is male gametes na nakikita sa pollen grains at nagpupunta ito ng mga antler ng flowers. Ang female gametes naman ay nakikita sa opus at nagproproduce ito ng ovary ng mga flowers. Yung dalawang types naman ng flowers, unisexual flower at bisexual flower. Ang unisexual flower na may isang reproductive part na each flower is either merong staminate na ang functional niya ay stamen at male o kaya carpellate or pistillate na ang functional na is carpels at females. Ang bisexual flowers naman ay merong parehas. Merong siyang male at reproductive at meron siyang male at female reproductive organs. Ang sexual reproduction in plants is yung flowering plants ay nagpupunta sexually na dumadaan sa process na tinatawag nating pollination. Ang flowers na nagko-contain mismo ng male sex organs na tinatawag na stamen o kaya female sex organ na tinatawag na pistil. Ang halaman ay pwedeng self-pollinate o kaya cross-pollinate. Ang dalawang types of pollination is self-pollination at cross-pollination. Ang self-pollination naman ay nag-form ng pollination which is sa pollen from sa pollen ay nagana sa parang same na plant, nag-a-arrive mismo sa stigma ng flower o kaya ovule. Cross-pollination ay nag-apply ito ng process ng pollen galing sa isang flower papunta sa pistil of another flower. Ang pollination naman ay ang nature na tumutulong sa mga insect at saka mahangin.
Seeds produced through fertilization contain genetic material from both parents. As a result, the offspring are not genetically identical to either of the parent plants. Seed plants have special structures on them where male and female cells join together through a process, at ito ay tinatawag na fertilization. After the fertilization, a tiny plant called embryo ay nabuo na sa loob ng isang buto. Pinoprotektahan ng buto ang embryo and the parent plant disperse o naglalabas ng buto. The seed is the embryonic stage of the plant life cycle. Economically, seeds are important primarily because they are the sources of a variety of foods. Asexual reproduction in plants. Asexual reproduction produces plants that are genetically identical to the parent plant because no mixing of male and female gametes takes place. Vegetative reproduction results in new plant individual without the production of seeds or spores. Ang advantage ng asexual reproduction ay mas mabilis ito, more energy efficient, and does not require the combining of sex cells from two parents. Human reproduction is any form of sexual reproduction resulting in human fertilization. It typically involves sexual intercourse between a sexually mature male and female. These are specialized reproductive cells called gametes created in a process called meiosis. Sexual reproduction involves two individuals of the opposite sex. In humans, we have male and females have different sexual organs that produce male and female gametes respectively. Asexual reproduction in animals. Some animals are also capable of asexual reproduction whenever sexual reproduction is not possible. Asexual reproduction in animals occurs in invertebrates and can be done through budding or fragmentation. Asexual reproduction is the production of new individuals from a single parent. This type of reproduction is generally observed in a single cold organism. Here, no fusion of gametes involves. Budding, where an outgrowth arises from a parent and drops off to develop into a new organisms. Budding is an asexual mode of producing new organisms. In this process, a new organism is developed from a small part of the parent's body. Ang budding ay kadalasang ginagamit upang magparami ng variety, but it can't be produced from seed. Occurs in organisms such as hydra and jellyfish and some fungi. Hereditary material in the daughter cell and parent are exactly the same. Fragmentation. Multicellular or colonial organisms is a form of asexual reproduction or cloning in which an organism is split into fragments. Each of these fragments develop into mature, fully grown individuals that are clones or the original organisms. Ang fragmentation ay isang paraan ng asexual reproduction, kung saan ang katawan ng organismo ay nahati sa mas maliit na piraso na tinatawag na fragment, and each segment grows into an adult individual. Parthenogenesis is a form of asexual reproduction by self-impregnation resulting in the production of a zygote from an unfertilized eggs. fetus. It is also referred to by many as virgin birth. Parthenogenesis takes place in both sexual animals and plants. In animals, the embryo develops from an unfertilized eggs. So, parthenogenesis is reproduction without fertilization. Ang parthenogenesis ay isang natural na anyo ng asexual reproduction. Ito ay kung saan ang embryo ay direktang nabubuo o bumubuo mula sa isang itlog nang hindi nangangailangan ng kahit na anong fertilization.
Transfer of genes from parents to offspring. Heredity, also called inheritance or biological inheritance, is the passing of traits from parents to their offspring, either through asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. The offspring cells or organism acquires the genetic information of their parents. How do genes pass from parents to child? To form an egg from the mother and sperm from the father come together. The egg and the sperm each have one half of a set of a chromosome. The egg and sperm to come together give the baby the full set of chromosomes. So, yung egg daw ng father is dadali daw doon, papasok hanggang makarating yung sperm ng father sa anong girl, sabihin natin embryo. At doon is makakabuo sila ng egg and doon mag-start na makakabuo sila ng baby. So, ang next natin is the use of technology in reproduction. What is the role of biotechnology in plants and animals reproduction? Assisted reproductive technology, ART, is used to treat infertility. It includes fertility treatments that handle both a woman's eggs and man's sperm. It works by removing eggs from a woman's body. The eggs are then mixed with sperm to make embryos. The embryos are then put back in the woman's body. In vitro fertilization is the most common effective type of art. So yung pag-ano daw po ng yung pagpapasa ng egg sa babae is ginagamitan na ng IVF, or sabihin natin na mostly kasi ito yung ginagamit ng iba pag hindi sila nagkakaroon ng anak at nagkakaroon sila ng problema sa sperm. Sabihin natin may ibang yung babae is hindi siya yung mag-asawa is hindi siya magkaroon ng anak. So, naisipan nilang dalawa na mag-IVF kasi nahihirapan sila mag-anak. So, yung IVF na yun, may sperm na yun ng lalaki. Tapos, i-inject na lang sa babae at yung sperm ay doon magkakaroon ng egg. I mean yung sperm magtatravel sa ng babae, and yung sperm na lalaki mamimit yung egg ng babae at doon makakabuo sila. Ayun po yung use ng IVF. The genetic engineering. The genetic engineering is the process of using recombination DNA, RNA technology to alter the genetic makeup of an organism. Genetic engineering involves the direct manipulation of one or more genes. Most often, a gene from another species is added to an organism's genome to give it a desired phenotype. A process that uses laboratory-based technologies to alter the DNA makeup of an organism. It aims to modify the genes to enhance the capabilities of the organisms beyond what is normal. So, meron po tayong 3 examples ng genetic engineering. Meron po tayong human insulin and human growth hormone. At ang panghuli ay ang hepatitis B vaccine. para saan pa tong genetic engineering na to? Ito po yung ginagamit, ito po yung ginagamit kung meron bang problem sa egg ng babae o ng lalaki yung nag-donate. Ganun po. Ito po yung ginagamit nila. In vitro fertilization is a complex series of procedures used to help with fertility or prevent genetic problems and assist with the conception of a child during IVF. Mature eggs are collected or retrieved from ovaries and fertilized by sperm in laboratory. The joining of woman's egg and man's sperm in a laboratory dish. Vitro means outside the body, and fertilization means the sperm has attached to and entered eggs. Ang ibig na po sabihin nito is nare-retrieve ng or nakukulik na matured eggs from ovaries and fertilized at na-fertilize sa sperm sa lab, sperm in a lab. Plants tissues culture. Plants tissue culture is defined as culturing plants, seeds, organs, explants, tissue, cells, or parts of the plants plus a chemically defined synthetic nutrients media under sterile and controlled conditions of light, temperature, or humidity. Yung plant tissue culture daw is ito yung culturing plant na ginagamit ng seeds, organs, explants, tissues, cells, or protoplasts, and chemically defined as synthetic nutrient media under the sterile and controlled condition of the light. So, meron po tayo nakikita na iba na meron silang transfer na skin sa plant. I mean, yung plant na yon, yung halaman na yon, kunyari, sabihin natin yung plant, may nakabalat sa kanyang bahagi sa stem, sa may body niya. Then, kukuha sa ibang plant at ililipat doon. Ayun po yung ibig sabihin.